We are live. What's up? How is everybody? I see we got Lars and Unfinished. Dan, let's see. Looks like my exhaust on my truck, but at least I used exhaust clamps. Those are now officially exhaust clamps. Yeah, that was actually hilarious. I was trying to I was trying to find another thumbnail to be able to throw on there, and that seemed to be the best fitting at the moment. So, oh man, I did it, didn't I? I screwed up. Let me fix this. I think I got down here kind of late and kind of fell behind, but I'll get it fixed. Oh, ow. How goes it, Dan? Yeah, Unfinished is on it, isn't it? I missed that earlier, so it's all good though. I was watching Buff and Kim before I jumped on here, and they brought up the conversation of tool trucks and tools and tool bills and oh, sore subject. Some shops going to be a good night for the world. Yeah, I heard. So I tried to look last night, and we had a bunch of cloud cover. I'll I'm gonna try and look again. Ernie or Bert still in the background? Yes. Right. Wait a minute. I hate this thing. There we go. Yeah, I think next week I'm gonna start setting up my front yard. I've got a couple things out there right now, but I think I'm gonna set up Wanda next week so that everybody can see her before I take her outside. And Mr. Dark, I can't I can't set him up down here because if he springs up, he's going to be like, I don't know, he's 9 foot tall when he springs up, so I can't let that happen. Hey, Colleen. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys see a couple of them before I take them out next week. Maybe I can maybe I can pull off a live stream, or maybe I'll do a short video of the front yard so you guys can see it. It's kind of vague, and um, I don't know if you could actually see it or not, but I think it'd be better if I could just go out there and make a video. Yeah, I don't think that, no. So I've got quite a bit going on this time. And since the girls are actually older, they're a whole lot more into it also. So driving home from work or what? Man, I had a doozy of a electrical issue. See, what was it? It started Friday. I had a 2006 Mercury Grand Marquis, and man, this car was super super clean. But I think he had inherited it from a death in the family. It hadn't been sitting a long time, so he had some other people work on it. Uh, got it running, but then decided to put this big system in it. And then about a week after the system was in, started running bad, dumping fuel. I spent better part of 3.5, 4 hours on this car. No, wasn't the alternator. It had the 5 volt reference was shorted to ground, um, and it was only flagging. It was flagging the EGR and map. It was flagging the fuel rail pressure sensor and something else. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, it was flagging those. But I unplug them all, and it's still shorted to ground. So no matter what I do, I've got ground through all the 5 volt reference wires. So looked through a few other things, made a call, and one of my buddies had run into this same issue a long time ago. So he told me to check inside the car. So I went in, I tore the whole stereo, everything out of this car. Still can't get this short to ground to go away. Well, evidently, at one point in time when the guy got the car, they had put a fuel pump in it. They pinched the fuel tank pressure sensor wires and shorted out just one link of the 5 volt reference up by the engine, not inside the car. Wasn't connected to that leg of the 5 volt reference or that splice, but somehow shorted out from that all the way up to the front of the car. So I dropped the tank down, fixed it, everything came back, and now he's got a couple little quirky issues going on that I think was a cause of that short to ground, but I'll have to deal with that later. At least the car is running and he can drive it, so he'll bring it back later. But that was my hopefully my worst car of the week. I don't want any more of that right now. It made this work way too hard for a Monday, but I got it fixed. I just give me another one next week. One problem child a week. But Dan, I have alternators do that before. GM's, Fords, Chryslers, all of them. Shorten out the reference, especially when the PCM is actually running the voltage regulator. But I bought a new. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of the Power Probe, but you can apply 12 volts or ground wherever you need to while you're diagnosing electrical issues. Well, I got an adapter that applies 5 volts. Thought I was the shit. I never knew it was out there. I bought one. And then Bobby goes, "Oh, look, I've got one." I'm like, "Oh, good to know." So much for that. So I ended up trying to use that on that car. So you can't. It actually shorted the car out. It shut the car down. when I tried to give it 5 volts. So that's what led me to believe that there was a short somewhere. And then once I started ohming everything out, um, instead of having ohms, it was just nothing. I think I actually had a little bit, but not enough. But yay. What's everybody else getting into this week? Do they still have 5-volt regulators behind the dash circuit board? Sometimes. Most times now, they don't even run security through them anymore like GM and Chrysler did. Um, some have a 5 volt, but I think they all run off communication now. I don't think today's cars, I don't think so because it's all logic. Um, but it may have had a 5-volt reference in that Mercury, but to answer your question, no, they don't have it anymore. They're completely different from that era. There are some now, and you can ask Tom. Chryslers are the worst. GM's not so bad. It's pretty. You can isolate those pretty quick. The even Ford and Nissan are pretty quick to be diagnosed. It's the Chryslers that they've got this weird ass communication line. Instead of it making a loop like it used to a long time ago, there's 2 central buses for communication. And when you find the right one, you can isolate each one. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Can't bus. Yeah. High speed, low speed. It's yeah. That was a learning speed bump when it was a crash course just because I hadn't dealt with a shorted CAN bus in a Chrysler. But I think it was a cigarette lighter that was short. No, it was a phone charger had shorted a power socket, backfeeding one of the cans that shouldn't have been talking. And it was kicking all kinds of crazy lights on. So I cleared that out. Or no, I unplugged it. Everything went quiet. So I had to replace just that bus bar for the communication. Thanks, Unfinished. I'm glad you like it. But once I replaced that bus bar, everything returned and it worked again. Unfinished, how's your project coming along? Hopefully Tom gets home soon and can tell us what his week started out with. Dan, what'd you get into this weekend? It was a pretty nice weekend. I got to mow my grass and clean my yard up from the downed tree limbs and crap because I just didn't have time to do it beforehand. Pretty good with traditional automotive electric, but lost with the CAN bus. Yeah, man, it can be a pain in the ass. Mowed grass today. I'm sure if we keep up with the weather we're having, not getting really hot, I'll have to mow again this weekend. So I think I mowed Sunday. It's already starting to look furry, so it's growing pretty quick. I had a sewage drain fixed about, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. And where I tilled all the dirt up to try and level it back out so the grass would start growing again, it's sunk in real deep in one side and not the other. So I'm gonna go get the tiller again tomorrow after work, pull all of that dirt back into that spot. So that sucks, but it is what it is. Did some taxi company style body work on that 19 Cherokee. Nice. Fought with a 1950 Farmall. I got it running good enough to get the baling done, but I need new gaskets. Oh, damn. I think I know what a Farmall is. Or creating a. Oh, I get it. What's up, Don? I'm going to look it up real quick just so I can be sure what that is. 1950 Farmall. Yeah. So Brian, the guy that painted my Camaro, he had one. We got it running and went through the carburetor and everything else with it. So yeah, it was a Farmall M. That makes Oh, it's got the narrower front tires. Cool looking tractor though. Slope ground for drainage called. Oh, gotcha. No, I'm afraid that if it tries to drain too much water in, it'll actually start leaking into my basement, and I don't need that. So that's why I got to hurry up and pull all that dirt back over top of it, pack it down with a tamper, and hope for the best. Now, that I did over on the driveway side where my gutter is, and I ran it into some culvert to keep it from washing away all the grass and the dirt beside my porch and beside the driveway, which has done a great freaking job too. I'm so glad it worked out. Downside is the catch basin that I stuck in the ground for the uh, gutters. In the summertime, I got to clean it out like every week or two, and not just because of my trees, but everybody else's too. Yes, tricycle front end, row crop tractor. Dude, I like those things. I like those old ones, and they work really damn good too. Oh, sorry. I had a really long weekend and not a whole lot of sleep, so it's been kind of rough. I'm not sure if Jason has got on here yet, but we've not had a whole lot of activity on our DIY page on Facebook. Swahili or creating making swales. Yeah. Yeah. Saw a nice station wagon earlier at Walgreens. Sent me a pic. Let's see. Oh, dang. That is a nice old buggy. Let's see. Damn. There's that one. And then shrink it down and move it. Good looking old wagon, man. '63 Galaxy wagon. What's up, JB? I saw you cussing at the Blazer this weekend. So it ended up being the transfer case again, or is it an actual transmission problem? It was a JB problem. That it was him and Lars transfer case. Damn. I wonder why it keeps eating transfer cases. I think the one said that it somehow ate up all the fluid, which is odd. It's not leaking, but yet it's using it up. And it was the vent clogged up, or was it blowing out the vent, or something of that matter? That's weird. Ow. What up, Lars? No, I don't think anybody said that yet. Porous metal? No. I mean, I've seen those transfer cases if the have all new seals just waiting on dang shift fork. Well, that's fine, but where'd the fluid go? Because I've seen if the vent hose is clogged up, it can blow out in small amounts to where you really can't track it. Or if it's blowing out the vent from creating heat, the trans is puking out the fill tube. So the transfer case it's split between the transfer case and the transmission, though. Uh-oh. What's up, Don and Kitty?
Yeah, and Kitty. Damn thing won't go away.
What's that? His tail is one big poof ball.
Well, she's the Maine Coon, and their hair always grows.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, here a while back, probably a month or two ago, I mean, she is like not cool going to the groomers. They have to put her to sleep to shave her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gotcha, JP.
But the hair is just, if she would stay like this, it would be fantastic. They gave her lion cut. It's right behind the ears. And I told them to leave a poof ball on the tail.
Gotcha.
Pom-pom.
She said night-night.
Night-night, baby.
Night-night, baby.
And Morgan going to bed.
Take the cat with you.
Yeah. Well, before, like I was telling my girls just tonight, actually.
Hey, JB.
They got me that Great Dane, which is Oscar. And before I
just tall, man.
Oh, he's huge.
I know.
But dude, he's a gigantic teddy bear. It's just when he lays on you is the hard part.
Yeah, but that gigantic teddy bear still eats like a horse.
He does. But
and
I can imagine what's up?
I can imagine the piles out in the yard.
Oh,
you got to have lawn duty, man. I'm sure that's on the schedule.
Well, besides all that, I mean, he's a great dog. Yes, he is.
I love dogs. I just don't have time for one. I did that. Dogs.
The thing I was planning on getting a Maine Coon when my other dog died, because he's like 16 years old. We figured he'd have been gone a long time ago.
Wow, it's saying that's the way it is here. Most everything dies of old age unless there's a conflict of interest.
Right. Well, he's old, but still sometimes plays like a puppy dog. So
I get it. I get
I
it.
was once he passes away is when I was going to get a Maine Coon, which I still might.
Well, one thing nice about cats is you can get them, food, water, and a litter box, and they're good for the
Gotcha,
whole
Tom.
weekend. Dogs are
Well,
like kids;
except
they're on a
I have
schedule.
a cat. He's 3 years old. I
3.
saved him. Yeah, I
You
saved
know
him
that
from
they
my.
got 9 lives for a reason.
Oh, bro, he burned these up. He had his throat torn open and ear hanging off. Oh yeah, I had to pack
Oh, it's,
cornstarch inside of his skin of his neck where it got tore open.
oh,
And yeah,
whose fault?
it.
I guess it's not an indoor cat.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's the rub.
No, he's Billy Badass, is what he is.
Wow, he learned a valuable lesson, I'm sure.
I don't
hope.
know. He came in and his ear was hanging a half off, and I put it back on. He's a tough dude.
I can say it. I'm telling you. I know they can, I get it. All right. What do we got over here in the chat? NSB. Hello. Turbo Tom made it home from Columbus.
I hope I die of old age too.
Hey, that's actually the way the conversation around this household, that's been a big one right there. My Aunt Sally passed away yesterday.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Old bird, man. She's
89
89 and she still had a smile on her face.
Yeah. She was a tough one, it sounds like.
Well, her husband was a Baptist minister. I mean, she sat in on almost 300 sermons.
Woo!
Well, when he was still alive, he was a Baptist minister. Uncle Daryl, he was a Baptist minister for 40 years, and he did a sermon up at the house way back when they first got it back in the the family.
Right.
My cousin bought it like back in 2001, 2002. It's been 20 plus years now. And he wanted to do Sunday church. It's like, we'll do it right there at the house. What better place? I remember sitting on the steps, and I could see my Aunt Sally. When he was giving the sermon, she was mouthing the words.
Ah.
I mean, she sat in on that many. She knew it as well as he did.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, tough bird. Well, it's inevitable.
Right.
Nobody gets to climb taller than the ladder.
I never would have guessed Bud would have lasted this long.
A little offering from the cat.
Yeah, right.
Look, I'm a gymnast. What yoga position is this?
Well, this dude,
Come on,
he'll stay outside, but if it's too hot, too cold, or if it's storming really bad, he comes inside, he'll sleep inside. Unfinished, you plan on living forever? I can't.
Wow. I'm already living forever.
My grandma, I think she passed away at 92 or 90 something. And man, she was suffering so bad just because of.
That's it. It's a quality of life thing.
Well, grandma lived a great life. It was just got down to the last couple months and she was just miserable.
Wow, there comes
Bots
a time
never die.
Right?
That finish is now a bot.
Laura's keeping it real. I'm a bot. I identify as a bot.
Living forever costs way too much money.
Well, not if you stay within your means.
Hey, grandma wasn't on no medication either. She about a year before she passed away, she had diabetes. Oh. And from what I've heard, that comes along with old age.
No clue. I'm not at that stage yet.
So. Right, yeah.
All I know is if I sit in the chair, it's over.
Yeah, I have to keep going too. But man, I'm telling you, this weekend, I was wore the hell out. Saturday, I couldn't stay going. Hi, Marissa. It was just like a struggle. I was so tired. I was whooped. And then Sunday,
Wow.
I got a good second wind, so I was actually able to mow and everything.
Oh, mowing. Yeah, it's. I did. I finally got rid of the trampoline
Oh, I inherited,
after,
we
after
got a
5
freaking swing
years.
set.
That was a while back. There is a merry-go-round out there. I just want to take the seats off, but keep the frame because it's like
Yeah,
it goes like this. Makes a great outdoor paint booth. I'll
right.
just take the seats off. I can get under it with a mower. I ain't worried about them three legs. It's like getting under
Man,
them seats is a beach.
I've got 4 legs and a slide. So getting around this thing with the weed eater and the mower, I hated it.
Oh, I
You know, when the
know.
girls
I know.
grew up,
Trust me. Wendy had a playground out here years ago.
right. So
Say again?
just you just got that little bit more of a job now while mowing and trimming and all that fun shit.
Oh, at least now I can mow over it instead of weed whack
Right.
around it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, only obstacle I had was my boat trailer because my boat's on it, which I don't care.
See, I don't have enough room here for a boat trailer. I got two
Oh, dude,
cars and a.
I had my Sea-Doos, my boat, and then of course I've got the driveway and my shed. That it's I had a lot of
Full.
obstacles then.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, that's
I
why
actually
I put that concrete pad in. I don't have to mow that.
right cut grass today myself. Only got my zero turn stuck in a ditch twice. That would suck.
Well, was it the same wheel or did you get them both dirty?
So where are we at? Right? No, where are we at? Is Lee still here? Oh, shit, he is. Okay. So I'm going to zoom in.
Danny
This is
Boyd
my
is the kid.
house like 2 years ago, I think. So you can see the back of the house, the shed, the bass boat, the Sea-Doos, and then you can see a little bit of shadow of the Camaro down in the driveway.
Well, tell you what, give me your address. I think I have it. I'll go on Google Earth and I can go back 14 years and see what it looked like then.
Are you
You know,
serious?
yes, it has a
Can you?
timeline where they took pictures. They do it every once in a while. I
Yeah.
don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah, you go up and
Really? I
change
didn't
your
know that.
I haven't been on it in a while, but I did it way back when because I like to see if I'll Google Earth and I can see when I put up my carport, when I did the roof,
Yeah.
you know,
No,
had the
Dan, I
pool.
can't. I want to put a garage back here.
What's cool is you can go to Street View and you can see the car you had back in 2005.
Right. Yeah, mine currently, I think, actually is not very far behind, actually.
I mean, that Google Earth, they kind of sort of stay up to date to a point, but you can go back to like 3 sessions ago and see what it was like back in the black and white days.
Yeah, I think I tried. Where the hell did it go? There it is. I think I looked before, and
And that makes me want to look up Google Earth and see your house right now
well, I'm getting ready to do it.
or current picture. Saying I haven't been on Google Earth for a year or two. It's like I used to get on there all the time. It's like, hunting over here. It's like you can measure out distance, you know, plot a path and see how long your day's going to be. And
Meyer Harshman. Dum, 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 dum. There's Taco Bell.
Oh, here we go again.
Eastside.
Here, let me introduce you to my cat.
Chapel. Here we go.
Rob, it's a visual. Rob, it's a visual. You got to look. You go. My cat.
So
Come on.
this actually has a picture of the carport that I put up with the cover over my back patio, and the sea-doos are gone.
All right. Isn't it cool?
So that's probably last year.
All right.
So the bass boat has a cover on it. Abby's Honda's out in the street,
It's
so
like
it's
stepping
really
back
hard to
in
tell.
time.
Yeah.
That's saying my garage roof. I did it in leftover shingles.
Hmm.
It's like one side's brown and the other one's green. It's like nobody can see both sides at the same time.
Right.
But you can't. But you can from Google Earth.
So
Big Brother's watching, by the way.
they're spinning. There's Jason's house with the camper in the driveway.
Oh man, he's got some square footage there. Is that just one floor? Two floors?
No, it's got a basement.
Oh, basement,
It has a
counts
basement,
as a
yeah.
floor.
If it's, I don't think it's counted as a floor if it's not living space.
Well, if you got
But
a
if you
finished
get-
basement, is that living space or is that an entertainment
Ish.
room?
You don't tell them that because then they charge you more taxes.
Right. It's underground. I didn't need a permit.
God, Dad's house, you can't even see the house because of all the damn trees.
All right. You want me to give you my address? You can see what my house looks like. I'll do that here.
Okay.
Just put Mosser Ave, Mosser Ave,
In Pennsylvania.
Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Ooh. Man, it just time traveled me across the United States.
Really fast too, huh?
Yeah, it was. Kind of.
It's called vertigo.
All right, so Mosser is a pretty long street. Which end is it?
Yes. All right. You see at
See
the
a
one
ball
end, there's a
field?
couple. There's a couple of them. There's 2 or 3 of them there.
Yes.
I'm down the next block on the right. If you can tell it's yellow, that's my house. It should be the next to last before the first alley.
Kind of hard to tell.
I don't know how well it'll blow up for you.
Let's see. Actually, you know what? I see the old trampoline. Tell me if that's it.
Yep.
So I
Oh,
see
that's
pad
after
in
the
car.
concrete pad. Yep, that's
Yeah.
my concrete pad with the 440 iron on it. Under the green carport is the Slant 6 factory. Trampoline, swimming pool, that's no longer existent.
Yeah.
That fell down last year.
All right. Who's
Still got-
next?
What's parked out front?
Let's see.
If you go, can you go back on the timeline?
Yeah, I tried, but it wouldn't let me.
Wow, are you doing it on your? If it's on your phone, it might be a bitch.
Yeah, it's on my phone.
Saying it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. You can go back in the timeline. You can go back to when it was all trees. You know.
If I could do that, man, you couldn't even see my fence or my sidewalk around the one side of the yard. It was so overgrown when I first bought it.
I believe it.
It took me 2 weeks and 3 car trailers full of brush that I cut down off the
Wow.
fence line.
Wow.
I got covered in poison ivy.
Wow, you should have been wearing sleeves.
I was.
I'll give you credit then. You earned it.
That's
Diecast
the way
screen.
mine is now. Dude, I didn't. The mosquitoes were so bad in my backyard that we couldn't. Even
You
walk
can always
back there to
blame
get trash
mosquitoes.
cans. So I went back there and I told Wendy and the girls, I'm like,
I know. I mowed a couple days.
check out
I
Jefferson.
mowed earlier in the
in
week. It was almost threatening rain.
College, Bloomville, Ohio.
And
All right. Jefferson. Okay, let's go.
all right. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Bloomfield, Ohio. We could skip you and Jason working on stone soup if you could throw the lawnmower over here. Let's see. I think I found Jefferson, Ohio. Jefferson County. So Jefferson's the street in Bloomville, Ohio. Is that what you're telling me? What's up, Rich? Okay, there's Bloomville. Jefferson Street and College. Stout. College. So you on the corner, Tom? You say a lot of yard. College and Jefferson, there are 2 houses. Well, no, 5 actually. Which one are you? It's not a real good picture, so I can't see everything. Sold your house, hell yeah. Unload that and move on to something better, huh? Let's see. Am I looking for an enclosed trailer? I still don't see that. Yes, big yard blue minivan. Is it that one? It almost has to be it. That's the only blue vehicle I see. That's a big ass yard. That's for damn sure. Hey, Lauren. We were looking up everybody's houses on Google Earth. No garage here, so no work here. Gotcha. $1273 County Farm Road. Upbringing house, okay. So, Tom, you live next door to a guy with a ton of cars in a garage? $616. I went to 604 and back down to 601. I don't know what's happening, but it is what it is. Let's see. $1273. County Farm. Harrison, Missouri.
All right. Got a stopwatch handy?
I do not.
I didn't figure. No, I figured the cat would have been right up here as soon as I got back because she's possessive that way. But she meandered into the kitchen. It's like, go that way. Not going to hear me argue. Well, anyway.
I used to get around there a
In the
little.
80s. Early 80s, I was in high school. Graduated 83. Friend of mine, Ronnie Phillips, had a 68 satellite. He'd throw you the keys. All you had to do was look at him. It's like, just put gas in it. One of them buddies, you know. Oh, man, that's still tiny.
And she's got
Well,
an
that,
iPhone.
yeah, that's still
Wide awake
tiny.
now.
She's a month old on the 1st. Grandkid Cam.
That's your mascot. Don't forget.
Look at her. She's checking things out.
That-
She
That is
is.
Papaw's workshop down
Outfit,
here. He works
outfit
on
makes
guns.
her looks like
What
a
you
prisoner.
doing, baby?
Yeah, right. It's kitty cats.
Oh, I see it.
There's Marissa.
You know, if Wendy was here, she'd be feeling his feet, and if
Bite
it
him.
was, if she was cold, she'd be getting to the blanket.
That's her Papaw's mascot. Are you checking stuff
Your
out?
next one's doing Thanksgiving. Dang, how many is that? I told them I've got enough.
I got plenty.
Done.
I already got too many I can't see enough of. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, hiccup.
Don't mean no hiccups.
Worked at Domino's back in '86.
Okay. Yeah, bye-bye.
You know your screen is going to irritate
Oh,
her.
Wendy's here. She must be texting from out front.
Oh, did you see the baby, Wendy?
Oh, no, better put her back up there.
All right.
If not, she'll do it when she gets in here to the laptop. You might as well just hand that kid to Wendy. You know, Wendy's a babysitter whether you want one or not. She'll get the coochie coos going in a heartbeat.
Yeah, she's checking out all my tools on the wall. She's like, ooh.
That's right. Start them young. Very tolerant baby. Wow, they don't expect nothing. They just hope it doesn't hurt.
Well, normally she's a really good baby. I mean, she's like my first Marissa. When she was
All
born,
right.
dude, you didn't even know she was there.
Wendy wants to know, does she sleep through the night?
She's sleeping about 3.5 to 4 hours now.
Depending on how much.
Wendy can fix that.
Well, she was being fed breast milk for a while, and then it wasn't filling her up, so we had to start mixing it. And she started sleeping 2 hours. Now it can go up to 3 to 4, but she's still only drinking 3 to 3.5 ounces. So she's
Right. Well,
she's
see, now
slowly
you're
getting
getting into details that Wendy understands. Wendy's the
Yeah.
3 B's. It's bath, bottle, and bed. You know.
Yeah, if she gets down about 3.5 ounces, she'll sleep 3.5, 4 hours.
Unless she
No.
gets a bottle and then is
Right.
not satisfied, then she gets a little bit more, and then she'll sleep almost 4, maybe 4.5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chris
it
says
turns
I'm going to
into-
reach through the screen.
I saw. Marissa, you live like 15 minutes away. Drive your butt over here.
Right?
Yeah.
She's wide awake.
Richard,
Yeah.
how's it going?
Unfinished.
Yeah, ooh, a baby. Yeah. Wendy would reach through the screen too if she'd get away
That's
with
my
it.
youngest grandbaby.
Wow.
If she's going to say
all the
Papa
female-
before she even says Mom.
No, she is not.
All the
No, she is not. Mama better be that first word. Yeah. It better be mama.
we ought to start a pool. Oh. Hey, cat wants in the cupboard. I'm legal. It's not excessive force. Yeah, that was a good shot on the first round. I imagined her as a groundhog and only got one shot at that. All right.
I would be sealing her.
Yeah,
feeding her
all-
baby
all
cereal.
the-
She's too early for cereal yet.
About 4 months, she can have it. 4 or 5 months.
That's
Baby.
what
I could probably eat a large pizza when I was a baby. Like he's got a big Maine Coon right there.
Oh, is it Calico?
Yeah. Calico Maine Coon.
Pretty kitty.
And she's a talker.
Said, I want love.
I can't get in the
She says she's a talker.
refrigerator without her
Really?
sticking her nose in it.
That's why, see his old One Eye.
Mm-hmm.
His name was One Eyed Cat. His screen name, because every time the cat would get up there,
Mm-hmm.
you hit
There
the
it
one eye.
No denying.
Her outfit, too. Going kitty cats.
I know, he saw.
Yeah. All she demands is love and a lot of it.
Her swing.
Yep, this is another one that's going to die of old age. But she's cool. She'll just lay here.
Right. Well, that's what Maine Coons normally do. They're just gentle giants.
Oh, yes, they got to be touching you. And they needle you to death, man. It's
Oh,
this.
yeah. Well, that's Mittens. He'll get up on the bed with me at bedtime, and man,
Oh, yeah.
he is clawing the
Oh,
shit out of me when he's doing that.
Oh yeah, they're just making their bed comfortable. That's all.
Right.
I mean, I can go in and I can take a power nap, when I get home if Wendy's working, I'll just go in and just hit it. I'll set my alarm for 45 minutes and I'm not in there 5 minutes and the cat's laying, from my chest to my hip. It's like, God damn, man. She
When
just
we decorating the yard, I told him that I'm gonna put Wanda together so they can see her next Tuesday, and then if it's not raining, we'll take everything out. Once baby starts on solid food, the poop starts to smell. It
I'll
already
say that-
smells.
that's another Wendy question. She's shaking her head.
Do that for me. My kids had baby cereal the day they come home from the hospital because they were not satisfied with just milk. I would mix baby cereal and the formula together, feed it to them through a bottle
Tell
with
him.
a snip, a small snip so they didn't choke on it.
Right.
And I didn't tell the doctors damn shit.
I gotcha.
They're like, oh, wait till 4 months. No, them kids are not satisfied with that
That's-
little bit of shit.
Well, that's what he's talking. It's not enough.
Well, she's doing good now.
It don't have to be thick form.
Yeah, you don't have to add.
cereal,
You don't
just a
have to
little
add a lot. It's just
Right.
you just
It just gives her a little more.
a little more. You got to wean them
And the
on
best kind to start them with is rice,
rice.
not banana,
The rice cereal.
not
Yeah.
oatmeal and banana. Rice.
Well,
Rice
there
is
you
more
go.
tender for their belly.
Well, tell you what, she should be getting government money for her advice.
She needs to go work for WIC.
Wow, don't get her started.
Well,
She could probably answer most of your questions. No, it's like Wendy and my granddaughters. They're natural born mothers, man. It's get out of the way. It's like
Addie's an animal lover, and the twins are like kids.
yes.
Yeah. Because of allergies.
Colleen, did you just get here, Colleen? Did I miss you earlier? I don't see up the
So,
causeway.
Donald, funny story. Ex-girlfriend of mine and her son helped me build a dead body wrapped in plastic. And
Wrapped in plastic.
yeah,
Shouldn't have been too hard.
no, it wasn't. But Caleb had the great idea to spray paint Ebola on it. He put Ebola on one side and then a date on the other side.
Spray paint.
Yeah. This lady called the cops and said it was vulgar. And the cop said, "It's Halloween, lady." I
Right?
made two more.
Sorry about your feelings. I guess you
Yeah,
don't have
I
to
mean,
worry about giving her any candy this year.
Good Lord,
You can,
man.
you can
No, this
throw
was
it
an
to her
old
on the
woman.
sidewalk. You can throw it to her on the sidewalk, right?
She's probably one of the old ladies that doesn't pass out candy because she doesn't believe in All Hallows Eve. You know, it's a pagan thing. So
Just no-
she's,
Just know.
yeah, she just, it's a curse. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Dan, Karen.
Well, back in the
yeah,
day, it was apples with razor blades in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was all kind of hearsay anyway. A lot of people would say it would happen just to get the rise out of everybody and put everybody in a panic. There was so many times that my grandma would say, "You need to go
Everybody
through your
wants to
candy. Make sure there's no bad stuff in it." And as we're going through it, we're eating it. And like, yep, everything looks good. We're not dead yet.
I'd go through it and get my shit. I get my commission.
Here one
yeah,
day
absolutely.
you were able to take it to the hospital, and they would X-ray it for you for free.
Yeah.
That was years ago.
Yep.
Well, you got to admit, there's enough animals out there.
The bad thing is even when the girls went
It
out
doesn't be a
and did their trick or treating, they'd come back and give me candy. And man, I'd have this
Right.
candy for a freaking year. I don't eat the candy like that. And
well. Wendy gets
and you get
candy
to
at
the point
work,
where-
and I get Halloween year round.
So does your work.
So does my work. Yeah, this last batch was
Almond Joys and
Almond
Reese's
Joys
Pieces.
and Reese's peanut butter cups.
ooh,
The big
I
bars.
can Almond Joys can go somewhere, but the Reese's, I'm down with that. I don't like.
Wow,
coconut.
it's there. Well, I'll take a handful then and throw them in a grocery bag and put them on the community counter. If you want it, grab it. If not,
Marissa, please bring that up. Okay,
I do.
Thanks.
One day come home. I forget what'd you come home with last time. There was 100 units.
What was it?
Their mayor rides around the cop car and gives out 2-foot pixie sticks. Shoot, I'm down.
Pixie sticks, man. I haven't heard about those in years.
The 2-foot pixie sticks. You ever seen those? They're like big around
Yeah.
as your finger and
Yeah.
2 foot long.
They're in a
Oh
plastic tube.
God. Yeah.
There was 100 of these.
This is what she got a week or two ago. These little Reese's,
There was 100 of them.
Reese's Puffs.
Hey, I'll take
It's
a
like
care
a little-
package.
There you go.
Bag.
You come home with 100 of these. I couldn't
God.
take a bag big enough for it.
But those Reese's Pieces puff cereal in them.
Yeah, it's a puff cereal Reese's Pieces combo. I think it's a promotion
Plastic
something.
straws are banned now.
They made too many and they're
Oh wow.
right. All
Yeah.
right.
My thing
Rob
is
wants a care
uh,
package.
Okay.
my thing is York peppermint patties.
His address on Facebook.
York peppermint patties. Those are
Okay,
my
babe,
like. Yeah. Oh my God, that's my downfall. You can make me do anything like a Klondike
Oh.
bar.
Pepper patties.
Oh
Tom, I have a
man.
big family pack in the
Oh,
Pepper patties. We got a shelf just for those in the refrigerator.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
almost
that's my
frozen.
kryptonite. Yeah. You ever had a 101 proof peppermint schnapps called Thunder?
No,
You have peppermint schnapps.
I've had a lot of peppermint or schnapps, but not that.
So that tastes just like a York peppermint patty,
Uh-oh.
but liquid form.
Mm. If it's the right temperature, I can see it.
Oh, dude, I can drink it warm or cold. It's just it's.
Do you ever
hot
have
no matter
them
what
Bud
you
Light?
do.
I believe it.
What?
Do you ever have those limeritas? Bud Light limeritas, I think.
Uh-uh.
They call them limeritas. They come in like a 10-ounce. This was a few years ago. It's like, man, drink these things piss warm and it don't matter. They're still good,
Marissa, I learned at a
anyway.
young age not to drink it. I gave them all a little, let them taste it with their finger. Dude, they cried. It was so hot. It's 101 proof, so it's hot right off the rip.
Well,
But then it's got peppermint on top of it, so it's pretty hot.
fair enough.
See, when I have a cold, if I get a head cold or sinus headache or something, I take a shot of Thunder. It clears you up.
There you go.
My when my mom and them, my aunts and that got sick, my pap kept hard liquor in the trunk of his car, and he would give them a taste of that when they got sick.
It worked okay. It was like taking ibuprofen, but with the peppermint on top of that, it clears your head.
All
Yeah.
the sinus passages, yes. So
Yeah.
that's what I like about peppermint. It clears
Yep.
the sinuses.
So in 21, when Morgan was born, we all had Rona. And the only thing that helped my headache was that peppermint schnapps. Thunder is the only thing that cleared up my sinuses and my headache. I medically use
There's
ginger
probably
brandy.
only 80.
Really? They have ginger brandy?
Here's mine.
Oh yeah. There you go.
If you look, you can see the cold descending to
Yes.
the countertop.
What proof is that one? I can't
Uh,
see it.
you want to make me look that close? 27% by volume.
Oh,
54 proof.
it's got a little bit of heat to it.
Well, it's for the sinuses. You don't drink it,
Right.
you sip it. It's like maple
Oh, I take a
syrup.
shot, dude.
You know, got to coat the tongue and appreciate it. Huh?
I take a whole shot. Chinese Magnolian beef
No,
and
your
pepper
cups are in the
steak clear
cupboard.
the sinus is good too.
Oh, come on, Cat.
The little ones.
Pepper steak. Oh, that sounds good. Well, folks, I get off packing juice. Okay, Richard. Dude, be careful. Don't overwork yourself.
Hey, Rob.
Yo.
No, that's a truck stop OJ glass at breakfast, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen one of them in a while.
It equates to 2 shots if you.
Right?
Oh, those are gold around here. All right, we'll do a shot for you, Rob, because you brought
All right.
peppermint into the conversation. I'm going to
Cheers.
go with. It's got 3 little on the inside, I think, so the cups don't stack together. You can't pull them apart.
Right?
That way they bottom out.
They're called little nubbies.
Nubbies. All right, there we go.
Cheers.
On your advice, I did the whole shot. I usually sip it, but I should be in bed anyway.
You'll be in bed here soon.
What I meant.
Oh, nothing. I do have to check out that ginger brandy though. I didn't even know they had it.
Richard, sorry, I missed the chat when I'm talking to Rob. It's like we're sitting here in the dining room, which we are. But Rich has got packing to do. All right, good luck with that.
Ted's. Okay.
Saying my house is paid for. I'm moving till I'm dead.
God.
Hopefully,
My
it's
client
long
has a
time
rotary dial phone. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. That's hilarious.
I got one. I've got a non-functioning one hanging out on my garage wall.
Well, before they went all digital, all of our landlines still
It's
worked. And we could use one, but now we can't.
Yeah, mine's.
We don't even own a landline.
Well, I got a phone for a landline, but landlines might as well be obsolete. People that have
Yeah,
them, if they get rid of them, they'll never get them back.
Well, the problem
No,
with it
GE,
is
they don't
if
even
we
have cell
lose
phones. They have landlines.
when we lose internet and power, we have no phones now. Before that, we could lose power and still
Well,
have
it's
phones if
nice
we had landlines.
Correct.
So that's a whole reason I kept a
is that?
landline for so long, because of my daughter Ashley.
There you
This
go.
is 70. That's mine.
Oh, Wendy says to throw this up there.
Oh, nice.
Revenuers reserve.
From John Schneider.
Yeah.
It's John Snyder sells this shit. What was this? Like $70?
What
It was
flavor
like
is
80
it?
with shipping.
Just straight moonshine?
Apple pie.
Oh,
Apple
okay.
pie moonshine.
I see the color now.
Oh no, this has a moonshine kick to it.
Apple pie.
You're lucky to know it's apple, because the other kick you can't get past.
Just remember, after you drink
Yes, unfinished. I just
some of
found
this,
it.
once you drink some of this and some of the apple pie, you don't remember anything from that night.
Well, I say,
I know. I remember even getting a shower and my hair was wet in the morning.
I remember.
I don't remember a damn thing.
No,
All I remember is coming down, putting venison away, drinking your shots, and that was it.
well, at least
I'm
you
gonna-
got it done.
I'm going to hit the liquor store tomorrow and see if they got this ginger brandy. It sounds interesting. I like ginger.
I like blackberry brandy.
I could go for a Smirnoff Ice right now. I can't tell you the last time I had one of those.
Bottle. I wanna-
My grandmother had a landline until 96. It was actually a 2-piece with receiver mount. Oh, wow. Yeah. See, I had the old
Wow.
school 2-piece handset, had the cord on it. I had that in the basement down here, hanging on the wall
Right, you knew.
for if we lost
I know.
power.
Open his club.
You
I know. She ain't starving. Look at her. She needs to go hungry for a day.
Are you getting you any food?
Wendy's scolding me because the cat's dish is empty. It's like that cat is not hungry. Well, the cat thinks
That
it's
salty caramel
Cat. thinks he's hungry.
from Old Smoky is really good in Old McDonald. They actually have that at the local liquor store, and they bring it from. When I went to Gatlinburg
Hey,
like 3 years ago,
chocolate lava.
they had black cherry, and it was a
What's
one-off. They said they probably
When
won't do it
Tip
again
worked
for
for
another
Tasty.
10 years.
This all you got?
Yeah, Tip bought this.
Oh. Why is there a bunch going to go up?
We don't have these
Expired.
over at the store.
Oh, well. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on, Rob. I don't know how long I'm
Heck
going
yeah,
to be.
dude. I figured
It's
Jason
kinda
would be on
nice.
here already.
Yeah, I'd like to say hello to him too.
He's
Said,
been
I got
pretty
it
busy,
marked on my
but
calendar at work already for no name.
We don't have a
Yeah.
date yet.
I'll amend it on the new calendar at the beginning of the year.
Well, you gotta move.
Jason came by the shop yesterday
Yes.
and to do a couple things. He got to see that old Mercury that I was talking about that had that shorted 5-volt reference. This car was super, super clean. It was just like blown away clean, like it was a brand new car. But I helped him do his keys and key fobs in his van, I think, like mid last week.
No, that's too much technology for me.
I think
Yeah,
you know
my-
about mine, son.
They are convenient, I'll give you that, but when they don't work, I just tell Wendy and she fixes it. Damn thing ain't
Well,
working.
with the Chryslers, you have to have the SCIM pin, the security pin, to access the security system so you can program them.
Wow, that's her department.
I paid for mine to be done.
She
She's
can't
like,
get
I
it.
paid for mine to be done.
Yeah,
I paid.
and she can't get
I
it.
paid $8 for them to
8?
program my
I've also
keys.
tried the maple and bacon
hours?
flavored.
80.
Oh, 80.
80 for both.
Yeah,
80 for both.
It cost me like $100 for two used ones.
I never got to try the maple and bacon, but the black cherry was fantastic.
And that's just for one.
Black cherry. You can't argue black cherry on anything.
No, this is Old Smoky Tennessee whiskey, and it was a one-off.
I never cared for whiskeys. Wow,
Well, this
people
is like
like rave
so-
about Jack.
It's so candy flavored that you didn't think about the whiskey.
Wow, it's like people in Jack Daniels. It's like I can't get past the smell.
No. So
You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
like Jack Daniels
I'm
because of
willing
that
to
reason.
try a variety or like.
Yeah, the news rolling code
I
shit
was
is
never
stupid.
cared for whiskey bourbon.
So, the Jack Daniels Double Barrel Rye. A customer of Bobby's,
Double
actually, I think it was his
Barrel Rye?
nephew or something. Double Barrel Rye. So it was still twice.
Oh, rye. RYE, rye.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
It's like rye.
Man,
It's
this
like
stuff
because we got an
was
amusement park a couple
smooth.
more. I don't know. I like keeping everything simple. It's like, how do you like
Well,
your coffee? Black. If it's
this
good or
rye
bad, I
was
want to taste it.
fantastic.
I'll
One
be
part
willing to
each
give it a
Kahlua,
try, but
butterscotch. Thank me
Or
later.
Kahlua butter shots. Yes, butterscotch.
That does
Serrano milk.
good.
Thank me
Me
later.
and Jason were at the bar up the road up here for St. Patty's Day one year, and we were doing the
One day. Continue.
what the hell was it? Wish he was on here. They were Little Guineas, I think they were called, and oh my, these things were addictive and good. Mini Guinea, that's what it was called. And we had so many. I wobbled to the bathroom, and then our dad dropped us off. But then my niece, his daughter, ended up picking us up. And man, I barely remember getting into the car. We got back to his house. We started a fire and drank more. But I ended up walking home because I only live like 2 blocks away. I don't remember the walk home. And then first thing that morning, like 7 a.m., I woke up, walked over and got my truck. Apple knockers are another. Never heard of it. Must be nice. Can't even wobble right. It's like having lemonade and vodka and using just enough vodka so you can't taste it. Get wasted fast. Sounds like it. Cream to mint. That's good shit. Oh, ow. Oh, dislocated my hip again last night. Can't get down. Holy shit, dude. Sorry to hear that. That sucks.
All right, I'm back.
I'll just wait on
Called Four Loco. I think they still have that, don't they? Four Loco?
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Wendy's wondering, about you wanting a candy shot in the mail. You
Oh,
got
okay.
you got Halloween coming. You sure you want to have a box full show up?
Oh, I don't care.
You don't
I'll
care.
have to take them to work so that the kids don't fucking eat it.
Well, that's what I do.
He likes Reese Pieces and
I mean,
Patties.
I take grocery bags of this shit to work and I'll put it on the community counter. You know, it's like whoever wants to take it. And it's like all evaluated. It's like, oh man, they're fucking pounding
They
that
wanted to
shit.
give you money that one time.
Yeah, somebody wanted to know where the drop box was. You know, he was ready to cough up some cash. And it's like, no, man, gobble it up.
Cupcakes and everything.
He's like, oh yeah. It's like you never know what's going to go get
What comes through this door
expiration date
or close to it.
or close enough to it. Yeah. Saying she come home yesterday with she come home with whole almond joys. It's
21
like,
of
ooh, 21 of them.
Yep, and Reese Pieces.
And Reese's
11 of them.
11 Reese's peanut butter cup, double cups, the regular.
What's up, Blakers? How goes
Once
it,
I have
man?
that bag,
Oh, Blake.
I watched your couple hour.
Oh, great. Now
thing from
Blake's
No
going
Names,
to
dude.
want
That was cool as shit.
too.
I don't have cupcakes.
Yes, Marissa, I remember Oma's Jello shots. They messed me up. Your mom got so mad
yeah.
at me.
Wow, you gotta hand off your keys if you're doing
Dan
Jello
says peanut
shots.
butter and Jell-O
Well, no,
shots.
Wendy drove home, but
I remember years ago I went out with my sister and I was her designated driver. So I had figured I'd get my drunk early, you know, and mellow out for the end of the night. Threw up in the parking lot. Don't do 7 shots of tequila in 45 minutes.
dude, I can't even do one shot. I'm trashed. Tequila does not agree with me. It messes me up so fast.
I don't
I'm
mind
done.
tequila, but I mean 7 shots is
Well,
kind of overwhelming.
Last Friday, we went to El Toro for the boss's birthday lunch. Got a margarita
El Toro.
tower. Yeah, got a margarita tower.
Margarita Tower.
Yeah. Did a bunch of
What is
Patron, and then I was done. I'm
Patron.
like, nope. We got cars coming in we have to work on. We have to stop.
Right. It's
And
if it was
me
a
and Bobby
Friday,
were the only
maybe.
ones. Well, it was a Friday, but we also had 2 other
Oh.
cars coming in.
Wow, it made you think about it though, didn't it?
So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we got to go. So
Yeah.
I had to drive back,
How far?
maybe a mile.
Oh, that's easy. You can
Yeah.
push it that far. Well, you know.
Hunter was so drunk, he passed out in a drawer of a toolbox before we put him on the couch.
How long was this after you got back?
20 minutes.
So he didn't sleep real good the night before. Well, so how much did he have to drink without eating?
A lot.
Let me guess.
he's
he
kind
never
of-
never got
He's
to
tall,
lunch.
but
huh?
he's thin, so his metabolism, it messed him up pretty quick.
Yes, he burns a lot of fuel sitting still.
Right. So once he was done with that and he stood up, he still wasn't able to, so he went and passed out on the couch, and me and Bobby went back to work and finished all the cars.
Well, it's just as well. He wasn't going to get nothing done.
No. And it's still a few hours went by, and before he left, I was like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." So I wouldn't let him leave unless he was okay.
No, that's
So
cool.
he went home.
He got his
He went
back.
home and still went to sleep.
It was probably the best thing he could have done.
Oh yeah.
Just
Well,
wow.
and I stopped the drinks coming in.
Beat a cold,
because-
starve a fever, you know.
Right, yeah.
Sleep off a hangover.
Cody said I could do it with my eyes closed.
Yeah, really closed.
Babe, you would be 6 sheets past the wind. You would be gone. See, and I'm not a margarita guy. I don't care for them.
Well, she needs to eat a cheeseburger before she goes out. Then.
Well, Marissa would probably be okay with drinking a little bit, but when I saw Kid Rock at Park, tailgate before,
Comerica Park.
holy crap!
Doing
Oh
kill-
no!
Yeah, I never get to-
So you didn't get to see him.
That's okay. Back in '84, I slept through an AC/DC concert.
It's okay.
I worked a double shift, smoked up a bunch I shouldn't have, and it's like time to go home. It's like already.
Yeah. Marissa, I got alcohol poisoning, called Dad the next morning crying about how crappy I felt. And I was just like, ha ha.
Drink like ha. Nice. Yes.
Ask her if CT goes on the same line as Duffy.
CT goes on the same line as Duffy.
Address.
Wendy
What?
wants to know if CT goes on the same line as Duffy.
Yeah, that's court.
Court.
It's abbreviation for court.
Oh, okay.
Do I have to write court out or just put CT?
CT.
CT.
Period. If you want to be politically correct, it's a
Well,
punctuation.
the last time I drank with Jason up at Clancy's before they closed, we had blackened walleye and potato skins and all kinds of shit. I walked out of there almost sober. I ate far
That's
too
right.
much.
Yeah. Well, once I eat, I'm done. I can't drink anymore. That's why I don't eat until I'm ready for bed.
Dan says quiet riot.
I know
Now-
Buffalo Brian lives up by Darien Lake here in New York. It's where they got that summer concert series. He's
Right.
literally his property borders the parking lot, and there's concerts up there all summer long. You can hear the concerts on his back porch. It's have a campfire and all that, and listen to live music being played over there.
Right?
You can even see people doing fender benders out in front of the house when the concert's over.
Didn't see nothing.
Uh-huh.
See people, it's like traffic will be stopped, and here comes this guy in hot. It's like, oh, watch him. It's like, told you.
I saw it. Brian's like, no, you didn't see nothing.
So I'm not sure if you ever heard of it, but way back in the day, we used to have what's called Day in the Country out at a park about only 10 minutes from me, maybe. It was up in Huber Heights. And, dude, that was one of the best country concerts I'd ever been to. Me and their mom had split up,
Watching in the
and
car, remember?
I went out there for I think it was a Saturday, or I can't remember if it was a Friday or Saturday. I was there all day. I paid for one beer.
The first one, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
bought
And
your
then,
first beer, and after that, yes, it's
man,
that great
there
of
were.
a community.
Oh, I can't go into detail just because, but
Oh,
that was
understood.
a badass weekend.
Wow,
But they
that
quit
same with
doing
Buffalo Brian, he could fit until they changed their policy up there at Darien Lake. It's literally that's amusement park, big money,
Yeah.
And his property borders the parking lot, and he could fit 100 cars in his yard,
Wow.
and they were paying $10 a pop. He had a couple people that he reserved the back corner for. His name was, all he called him was Doc. It was, and he didn't care if the whole yard was full. He wanted that spot open if he were to come.
Right.
And Brian obliged. Brian was making $1,000 a concert.
Or more if you requested.
And they just cut through the fence. Well, they made a bigger fence and made a policy where they had to come through the other end of the amusement park to go to the concert
Now you're
series.
not allowed to walk in.
You're not allowed to walk in.
So they
But
cut the parking. No
He
more.
he made the money when he could.
That's awesome.
He's still got a parking lot on one side and 2 empties on either side.
You couldn't even call that pirating at that point because he's just, I don't know. You
He
could,
was
but you
playing
couldn't.
within the rules.
It's his property, so he's allowed to do it.
I mean, he had a sign at the front of the thing that says "No cutting through the gate." So he was telling them when they come
Actually,
in the
that would be
yard.
called profiteering, isn't it?
Well,
I think that's what that would be called. But regardless, it's his property, but he's allowed to do that.
yeah,
No more.
no more.
Why?
Because you're not allowed to walk in. Everything's drive-in.
Everything's driving. You got to come in at the other end of the park now.
Oh,
Not allowed to
Gotcha.
walk in. 'Cause people were getting hit by cars and shit.
But
man.
because his property is like 2 lots off of the back entrance, like the employee entrance, where all the buses and everything come in. And
Yeah.
but he took advantage of it when he could.
Refuse.
I mean, he said the only reason he went to work every day at his normal job was just to keep up his insurance.
Right?
You know, what else are you going to do till 5:00 in the afternoon? Go get paid for 8. All right, 10:00. All right, I should be getting.
Oh,
going
God, it
pretty
is.
soon.
That was fast.
Well, it goes quicker when you're not by yourself. Because I've seen you on, and it's like, oh man, I won't say you were struggling, but it's a bitch when it's just you and you got to read the comments, and it's plus this way I don't
so much. It is a
I
little
know.
bit easier when someone else is reading comments, but
Yeah, I get it. That's just it. I get away from the comments. I almost forget the people over here, and I apologize for that. But
they
you
know it's cool.
I know it's all part of it.
Well, I'm glad Blake stopped in. I haven't seen him in a while.
He stopped in for that was a fat. He just stopped in for a shot. Wasn't time for a beer.
Yeah, he normally stops in for a minute to say hey. I'm cool with that. We haven't seen John Wilburn or Dr. Art though. Normally they stop in.
I don't want to say it, but Dr. Art's almost in another world.
Yeah, he is. He's got his stuff going on, and I think
Right.
he's
I ain't
enjoying
gonna
it more than
condemn-
what he ever has.
I'm not going to condemn him for that. And I stopped over on his live last night. Stopped in. It's like, hey, like
yeah,
Bad
Jason,
Tree, you
Jason
know.
never came in tonight, which is weird.
Must have had a rough day.
And there's a good possibility
Rode him hard and put him away wet.
he could be ordering parts or something else. So I know how it goes. It's when you're running your own thing. I ran my own thing before I went. I was in Xenia doing my own thing and having to order parts and stock oil filters and all kinds of crap for normal cars that I worked on. So I somewhat had my own business, and it was a bitch to keep everything up. Was Wilburn affected by the hurricane? He was on Friday, so I'm not sure.
I think he had a tree go through one of his windows.
Wow. Okay. Old McDonald asked, was Wilburn affected by the hurricane?
I think it was.
I guess he has like 4 or 5 properties, and the only damage he had to damage a couple different ways, but it was all to one property, and he can live with that.
A bay window. I seen the picture.
A bay window, and according to wife.
That was the picture for his live on Friday.
Oh, I
That's
saw
right.
that.
Yeah, that was his window.
Hell was I doing Friday? I can't remember what the hell I was even doing. I got on there and listened for a couple of minutes and then got tied up doing something else. I can't remember what the fuck I was doing. No, anyway.
As long as you got
But anyway.
something done.
Obviously, it had been important, or I would have been on YouTube. So, well, thanks for hanging out with me, Don, Wendy, and my brat.
Yes, you would.
You're welcome.
So,
I
Little,
was reading something.
little bit of a lag there.
oh no, it's cool. Old McDonald, Dan, and I'm not sure if Colleen's still on here or Blake, but
Yeah.
everybody, thanks for hanging out. There's Tom. Good night, Tom. Trying to have a good week at
Good
work.
night, Tom.
And you too, Don.
Oh, I'm Friday's overtime, and I requested off, and they said, okay, we're going to
Nice.
Ohio this weekend. We're going to go visit Uncle Sonny in Cleveland. Or
Oh, cool.
Elyria.
Okay. That's not near us,
Yep.
is it?
No, you're probably hour and a half plus down the way.
Gotcha.
Well, how long does it take to get to Cleveland?
It's like 3 hours from us.
Well, that's okay. So it's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
He's like, I think he's at like 25 minutes from Norwalk.
Okay. Yeah. Norwalk's about an hour and 45.
Oh no, you guys got a lot of cross country in Ohio. It's like,
Yep.
yeah, that's now I know why my uncle built this Valiant to go fast. Float along the highway, you know.
Yep.
We go out this weekend. It's like I'm going to ask him a bunch of old time stories, you know.
I want
Heck yeah.
Wendy wants his truck. He's got a 96 Dodge with the 6-cylinder Cummins in it. He's got a camper on the back with a bunk and a stove and a, you know, and
I want dibs on it when you go.
it gets 28 miles a gallon.
Old McDonald,
Depends on how you
Ohio
drive.
is far from flat, dude.
Well, I know there's a lot of straightaways.
There
We
is,
definitely
but-
don't have that here.
It's not flat. But all right. Well, you guys take it easy. Everybody, thanks. Love y'all. You guys have
All
a
right,
good week.
we'll look. Yep, we'll look for you next week. Give you an update on.
You know I'll be here, and I'll have.
Is that a buddy of his named Marty Moore? He's got it's shit. It's a wheelie truck.
Yeah. He froze.
Oh, anyway. He ain't going to come to Missouri. It's too far, and he likes to get paid.
Yeah. There's some guys, exhibitionists, that are like that. So,
That's what he did. It's, you know,
Yeah.
it's like when you got plexiglass in the floor so you can see. But we're going to go out and visit him this weekend. I'm going to take some video.
heck yeah.
Wheel stand. Wheel
Yep.
stander.
Those are fun. I don't know if I could drive one, but they look like fun.
Well, I'm a better spectator at shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
right,
Lars
well, you
comes
guys
in
take
as
it
a
easy.
now.
We'll catch you on next Tuesday, and that will be wow. We're getting close to Halloween.
Counting down.
Yep.
All right. See you later,
23
Rob.
days. All right. See you guys.
Peace out.
See ya.